Hi, I'm Marilyn San Clemente of Stamp with Marilyn, and welcome to my creative playground. Tonight, I'm going to show you the beautiful bokeh butterflies, or beautiful butterflies, and that part of that suite is the bokeh designer paper. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you a lot of different. These dies are so cool, and there are so many different things that you can do with this. So stay tuned. I know it's been a while since I have been live on Facebook. Sorry, I didn't get it to go the other way. I have to remember all those little tricks. I want to show you these beautiful butterflies. This is the new set. This is the embossing folder. So this is the stamp set. This is the embossing folder. There's a big set of dies that go with this. And there's so many different things that you can do with these cards. You can cut out with this die, you can cut out a butterfly shaped card and make a butterfly shaped card. Isn't that cool? And then I just layered this. And here's another one. This one I used an embossing folder on the butterfly because I thought that it was too plain. There's a set of wings that come with the stamp set, and I stamped the wings on the plain one. And then I used the bokeh paper and then a white layer, a layer of white. So this is the bokeh paper, and there we go. That's the back side. And that's the back side of that one. Here's a bluish kind of yellow. Here's a fresh freesia. Fresh freesia, and yeah, I would say that's definitely fresh freesia. Berry burst with some blue in the back. Looks like probably balmy blue in the back. And I wanted to check out, okay, so this one I think is Calypso Coral, and I think the back of this is Calypso Coral. So, okay, so that's the bokeh paper, and that comes as part of this suite if you order the whole suite. This new Bloom Impressions paper, which is part of Celebration. Let me pull some of these out. There's 6 different designs. I love this paper. I'm going to have to stash some away. But so there's a design that comes in the Shy Shamrock, and then it's got a pretty pink on the back. It kind of looks, this side looks like the paper for Unbounded Love. Here is a pink piece with all different shades of pinks and a dark pink on the back, Melon Mambo. Here's a purple piece. Isn't that pretty? All different purples. And then actually kind of a cloudy type look on the back. Oops. And this is the one we're going to use tonight. This is the yellow. And it's got the peach pie on the back. I love this one. Isn't that pretty? That's got the blue on the back. And then this one's really pretty too. This is a lot of different colors. This is kind of the combination of every different colors. It's got the Afternoon Azure in here. It's got Melon Mambo, Berry Burst, the Daffodil Delight, the Shy, I always want to call it Shy Shenanigans, Shy Shamrock, and all the different shades of the pinks. I see Flirty Flamingo. There's just a lot of different colors in this one. So I'm using a combination of these 2 designer papers, and of course I've matched my cardstock with those designer papers for my cards tonight. Okay, this is the embossing folder, and this is one of the embossing folders that also cuts. So what you can do is you can place your die, your cutting die, on the side that has the Stampin' Up logo on it. I think they're always that way. And then you would put your paper in and then close this and just run it through your embossing machine using the extra thick layer for the embossing folder. And I've done that, and this is what I came up with. I came up with this really pretty embossed butterfly. Isn't that pretty? I love that one. And then I have a whole bunch of little butterflies as well. And what I've been doing is, and I'll show you on some of my cards, is I have been just fussy cutting these out and using these on some of my cards as well. The three primary dies that are part of this is this one, which you use with the embossing folder. This one, I'm going to show you how to cut these butterfly things. And then there's this one that cuts a detail butterfly. This is one of the detailed ones. So what I have done is I've just taken, I played around with all of them, and I have kind of arranged them in different ways to come up with different effects. So I'll show you some of those. And then the way this works is there's two things that you can do with this die. You can cut out just the top of the card. And what you do is you line up, there's little lines right here, and you line those up with the score line in your card. And then you run that through your machine. Or if you want to make the whole card a butterfly, like I did with this, then you do this. And you line this up. You line that up with the top, and then it cuts everything. And let me run that through, and I'll show you. It looks like this. Take off my paper. Okay. And now I can take this off. This will come out. Because you cut through two layers, you have to kind of work with it a little bit. But it does come out. Or take your scissors and trim a little bit. Okay. Get that cut all the way through. I'm going to rip that part off right there. So I can trim, yep, right there. Okay, got it. Okay, so what you would do is you would then cut this and this. And then if you want the whole card to be your butterfly, and there's your butterfly. So for this one, I embossed that top layer. So what I did was I opened it up, put the embossing folder on just that top layer, and then ran it through my machine. All these little layers have the bodies, have the antennas and the bodies on them. So I cut down here like this. I just made a little V and cut in and kind of cut the head off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, butterfly. I didn't want to do that. Okay, and then I just added my layers to it, like this. Okay, so this one, I used that big butterfly. I used the medium one, which is the one that's in the embossing folder. So to cut that, you would put a scrap in the embossing folder, and then I use this on the top. And then what I like to do is I've been gluing them just in the center. And as you can see, I cut the head off of this one because you've got the head here as part of that. So now let's decorate this really pretty fresh freesia butterfly. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Put my embossing folder in. Put my paper in. Okay, run that through my machine. What we have is this. There we go. And we have this background with all these little butterflies. So we could use that as well. So if we put this on here, and then we add this, because I've got some glue. How do I run out of space so fast on my desk? Okay, so all I'm doing is putting some glue on the center. And then I'm going to line this up. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then what we can do, so I've got my Petunia Pop ink. Okay, so you've got your butterfly. Okay, this is the body right here. And there's two of these. One is for each side. So you want to take the side that's kind of straight. So you're going to move this up. There we go. Like that. So I'm going to ink that up with Petunia Pop. Do that. Oops. Oh, shoot. And I rocked that. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, and then you use the same one for this side, for the wing, the top of the wing. Okay, and now I'm going to change. Oh, geez. I can't keep my hand out of the ink tonight. Okay, same thing. You're going to do this down here. And this one goes up here. So there's two different ones. And the key to this is to watch for that straight side. And the other thing is that you always want these little dots. You know how those are always down at the bottom. So you just use it once on each side. Now let's layer this guy. So we have this piece, which we embossed, and we cut out of using the embossing folder. And then I have this piece that I used the other die. So this particular card, I have used all three of the large butterfly dies. Okay, I'm going to put those right there so you can see those. There we go. And then I want to, what you can do is you can take your bone folder and kind of roll this up a little bit, give it some dimension. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue here. Oops. And then line this up like this. Oops. There we go. And the other thing that I would do is I would use this piece to cut a white piece. And if you want, you can then glue the white piece in here, like I did with this one. I did that with this one. Okay, and then this one, I just added some Wink of Stella to it to give it a little bit of glitter. So we could do that again. We always need glitter, right? So Wink of Stella, you want to shake it, and then you want to check it on a scrap before you start using it, because otherwise you can get huge blobs on your card. So I'm just quickly going over this. And then I would use some embellishments to enhance the body a little bit too. So I have these yellow and blue ones, but there's yellow and clear on here. So I'm going to grab a couple of the yellow ones. Okay, there we go. And that's how you use this die to make a butterfly card. Okay, so I will set those aside. I use the bokeh paper and emboss that, and then put the white butterfly or the white wings on top. So, and what I like is if you layer, the more you layer this, the more dimension and depth that you get with it. So that's my favorite thing about this. I have one of our little note cards, and I just wanted to show you how to do something quick. And there's my bone folder. And the note cards are very heavy paper, and they are I think 3.5 by 5, I believe. And so I have cut another piece that is 3 by 4.5, and I'm going to use that on the front as a layer on the front. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you with this. If you take these and line these up, is that right on that? Yeah. Put them next to each other. They kind of look like bare feet. You can go like this, and then you can flip it and go like that and make a butterfly. And so let's do a peach butterfly. Okay, I'll do the upper first. And then I'll do the bottom. Oops. Isn't that cool? Also, a whole bunch of really cool little dies. I did a lot of cutting this afternoon and pulled some things together. So we've got some little dies here. This is one that I did in vellum, and I'm going to use that on the next card. These are some little ones that I did. Here's the Petunia Pop. There's Melon Mambo. Here's the Peach Pie. And Melon Mambo and the Petunia Pop, and then I have some little ones that I did as well. And these are then I took some of the glitter paper that is in the annual catalog, and this is the Petunia Pop glitter paper, and then that's the Peach Pie, and I did a bunch of little glitter butterflies. Aren't those pretty? And so what we're going to do now is we're going to put a body on our little guy. And there's 3 different size body dies that come with this. So I'm going to do that. So you can't go wrong. Okay, there we go. There's that. I stamped the hello that's on here. And there's a birthday message, actually those aren't going to fit. It's going to be too, anyway. Okay, so let's add this. I'm going to add some glue dots to that guy. And where did my take your pick tool go? So I'm just going to add a couple of little glue dots to that. Let's put that one up there. And then actually I'm going to put this on my card, and then we'll figure out where to put the other one. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. There we go. Okay. Where would you put that one? Bottom or top? Or does that make it too top heavy? Yeah, let's do that. Isn't that cute? Look at that card. I love these. Today is the first day that I've cut some out of vellum, or not the vellum, out of the glitter paper. And I have one more card to make, and then I'll show you some other ideas. Okay, this is a piece of the Lemon Lolly. I love this color. I'm so glad this color came out. And to me, it's just a really, really pretty yellow. Oops. Really, really pretty yellow, and it's soft, and it doesn't have that brown, that kind of brown shade like our other yellow had. And now I can't even remember the name of it. Isn't that funny? And we had that for years, 20 some years. Okay, and I'm just going to put a piece of white in here on the inside for messages. And then I like to decorate the inside, so I'm going to take a scrap of the designer paper, put that down here. I just think Lemon Lolly fits so much better in the subtles because it is a subtle, it's a soft color. I probably cut just a little bit too much off of that. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I stamped a butterfly, and I was going to use either, I'm not sure if I'm going to layer both of these. Okay, so I have my blends, and I have Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to do a little bit of coloring. Isn't that pretty? I wanted to take the vellum, or does that cover it up too much? And then maybe put the yellow on top. And it's going to go on the blossom paper. We're going to give this some layers. I'm going to kind of bend that a little bit with my fingers, just kind of move them up. Same thing with this. And I know right now we don't have any plain vellum, but this happens to be a scrap that I had laying around. So, and what I like about vellum is when you emboss it, you get these really cool lines. So the lines like really, really pop up. Okay, so we're line that up. And of course, the more layers you put on it, the thicker it's going to be, and it could end up costing you a little bit more to mail it. It depends upon where you are. Oh, that's I cut this one out of the bokeh paper. So this is the Daffodil Delight bokeh, and on the back side you've got the Calypso Coral. So I actually could go either way with that. Now we need a body. I like that. Actually, I like that combination a lot. The vellum softens it down a little bit, but you can still tell that there's color under there, and then it brings out some of the color here. Okay, now what I think would be really cool is to put a nice message on here. There are some time to celebrate. In case you needed me, I'm here. Actually, I like that. That might be a good one. That's why I keep these. I keep these. I cut a bunch of these and then I keep them. I've got a little box here. I forgot about my box, my little box. Okay. Line that up. There we go. I like that. So let's put this together. So I think something like this. And then we could put this here. Or we could do it like this and put this down. Yeah, that might be good. Put that down towards the bottom. Oh, and I got orange on it. Okay, that's what embellishments are for. To cover up those little errors. Okay, 99% of the time you can hide mistakes. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put him like this. Spread that up a a little bit. Okay, there we go. So I think for the month of February, this is going to be my product spotlight. February starts Saturday. So on Saturday, if you want to order this bundle, I will send you the directions for all these cards. And I have, I believe, 6 cards here. So I've got this note card, which you could do that on a regular card too. I've got this one. There we go. So this one is gorgeous. I love this. This is with all the purples that are in the blossom paper. I did the lighter butterfly, the Fresh Freesia paper, and then I used the pop to add to the front. And then I did the same thing that I did with this one. I colored that one, used the vellum on it, and then added this to the top. And this is actually cut out of the purple, that shimmer paper, that the petal shade shimmer paper, where it's ombre. It has that ombre effect. So you can see that. So these two are very similar. This is one that I did where I used the bokeh paper for the background. I used the blossoms paper for the actual butterfly, and I put that on top of a bubble bath background. And then you can see here that when I cut the vellum, I cut out a couple of the little butterflies and put those on the side. And then again, this is that same paper, that same ombre glitter paper. This is just the other half of it. So this particular sheet of ombre starts with bubble bath up here, and that's what I use there. And then it goes down all the way to the Highland Heather shade. Yeah, so this card opens like this. It doesn't have an official card base, and the same with this. This one doesn't have a card base either. And then this one I glued down. Now this one, I took the bokeh paper with Lemon Lolly, which I really, really love, and put the bokeh paper in the embossing folder, cut out the butterfly, and then used that as my base for the card. So I've got all this pretty embossed partial butterflies here, and it's got those pretty dots as well with it. I stamped the hello, and I did a fussy cut kind of around it. And you can see those other butterflies that are on those papers. And then this is one that I cut, used some Wink of Stella on to make it glitter, and added to that. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 cards that I have done using different various techniques with this. So I hope you have enjoyed my presentation. I'm glad to be back. I have had a lot of family, I don't want to say issues, family stuff going on and that I've had to take care of. And so I know I haven't been around much, and I haven't done a Facebook Live in quite a while either. So, but thank you for stopping by and checking this out. If you are not on my mailing list, go to stampwithmarilyn.com and sign up. You will get a newsletter every week with tips, all kinds of tips and things, and information on all my classes and the specials that are going on. So, thanks again. Take care.